You're probably thinking this video is going to be clickbait, but I assure you, it is not. It's going to be science. I've been thinking a lot about confirmation bias, which is when you believe something to be true, therefore it must be true. And I really think that we do see a lot of that in the beauty community of YouTube. You know, nobody ever comes on camera and says, I'm about to do a review that is going to be filled with lies. Nobody ever says things like that because I truly believe that everybody truly believes the words that come out of their mouth, but we have a really hard time realizing that we're very, very influenced by the opinions of others, the PR that we receive, the sponsorships. So what I wanted to do in this video, which is just going to be a for fun video, is to test out a bunch of products that I do not know the rating of. So I asked my fiance to go and pick out 3 5-star products, amazing products for me to try, and also 3 that had low ratings. I said a low rating was anything 3 stars or under because that's kind of what I feel. I feel like 3-star ratings usually are considered bad. I don't even know what's in here, so I haven't done any makeup yet, just because I need some frame of reference to do my makeup. Okay. Alright, so I see the Lipstick Queen Black Lace Rabbit, which is a blush. I've definitely heard about this. I think this is one of those color-changing ones. Pretty Vulgar Cosmetics On Point Eyeliner. Okay, I remember this brand. Marc Jacobs Brow Wow. I have not heard of this, but it's a brow product. BareMinerals Primetime Original Foundation Primer. Okay, I almost did primer. Glad I didn't. That's why I waited. And the NYX Love You So Mochi Eyeshadow Palette. Okay. You know, I don't actually have a lot of experience with NYX, but this will be exciting. I wonder if this is also priced ridiculously high. Oh, it looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, this looks pretty. There's one more item in here, and that is the Makeup Revolution. I've actually never tried this brand. I've talked crap about this brand, and I've never tried them. Salvation Lip Lacquer in a purple. I guess I'm wearing purple lipstick tonight. Okay, so I don't take up too much time in this video, I'm gonna just talk briefly about everything else I put on. So I already started with the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer since I do adore this primer. Now I'm going to use this BareMinerals Primetime Original Foundation Primer. Okay, so it's clear. It looks exactly like the Smashbox primer, with a little bit of a thinner consistency. So I guess this is a silicone primer. Oh yes, it certainly is. So far I don't hate it, but I feel like I'm using kind of a lot of it compared to the Smashbox primer. And it does feel pretty oily on. Does this have oil? No. It's just really high in silicones. So I'm gonna let that sit for a bit and get into this Love You So Mochi palette. I absolutely love the colors in this, but I will say this is another one of these shimmer palettes. Doesn't have a lot of pigmentation to it. This kind of seems like it's going to be a palette of toppers. Wow, it is really interesting to do this blind because I have no idea how to use anything. So I did some basic eye contouring with the Naked Basics and Viseart Dark Mattes. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this eyeshadow palette. It's got some interesting colors in it, but I'm not really sure I like how they're showing up. So I swatched the more neutral ones, and I think I'm going to go with one of these. They're just very light. They're very light in pigmentation and almost extremely shimmery, almost wet looking. I do like the yellow in here, but it's just not really showing up that well. I think it would be, I can see this being really pretty for in the summer though. Just, I feel like it's gonna have really low pigmentation. I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to try out the shade right here. Does it have a name? No, it doesn't. I feel like this might not show up at all without being wet or without a glitter primer. Oh yeah, that's not showing up whatsoever. Where the heck's the pigmentation? Where is it? Okay, that's better. It's still really, really light. Is this supposed to be an eyeshadow topper? I can see it. I can see it as an eyeshadow topper. Something really strange is when I'm dipping my brush into this palette, it's kind of leaving little brush holes. I don't know about this. This is weird because I love my other NYX palette, the In Your Element. I don't know what's going on with this one. I'm gonna already guess this one to be one of the low-rated ones, just because with NYX creeping their prices up, if this is another $30 palette, I can see people being really disappointed with the amount of pigmentation from this. You know, once it builds up, it is a prettier look. And I gotta give it that there's no fallout. Okay, I'm not hating it anymore. I think I'm gonna try that white color on my inner corners. Okay, but do you guys see how much I've dented those two already with the brushes? I don't know what's going on here. That is super weird. I'm gonna go ahead and do foundation and concealer next, and I seem to be a lot lighter right now. I don't know what's happened. It's like I've backed up to being an NC15. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Shape Tape concealer because I have a way too light shade normally. And then the brand new Shape Tape foundation. I have to admit, I really am happy with how the foundation went on. It went on really nicely. I think I might love this primer. Now, before I put powder on, I'm going to use the Lipstick Queen Black Rabbit Blush. It really is black. Well, it's cute though. It's got a little mirror. So I guess I'm just going to dab this on with my fingers and blend it out with a beauty blusher. It's subtle, but it's actually really pretty. I feel like cream blushes are something you're either gonna love or hate. I just feel like a lot of people do not enjoy using them. I think because it's just so different to use from a regular powder blush. But yeah, I like it. It's really cool toned. I forgot to mention that I used the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit for contour, and then I just finished up with the Cover FX powder and the Cover FX Perfect Highlighting Palette using the shade Celestial on my cheeks. I'm thinking I'm going to do this Marc Jacobs Brow Wow next. So this looks like it has a spoolie at one end and then a very, precision tip. Okay, this looks kind of like the Precisely My Brow that I use. Okay. Oh my god, the Lipstick Queen stained the heck out of my finger and it won't come off. It's this giant pink spot. Moving on with life. This is not really working out that well for... Did you go to TJ Maxx? My problem with Marc Jacobs is that I feel like the extremely high prices on all of his products are just to make it seem like you're getting a really great deal when the products eventually end up at TJ Maxx. Because when I'm really honest with myself, all of the Marc Jacobs products that I've bought at TJ Maxx have just been okay. And I think I'm getting some kind of great deal because, oh my god, I only paid $20 for a, $50 palette. But I paid $20 for a mediocre 5-pan eyeshadow palette. Oh my gosh, I'm going on a rant right now because this brow pencil is actually driving me crazy. What the heck is this? Like, why is it not... Why? There's like nothing... Is this completely dried up? It's not swatching. What the... No wonder I'm not getting anything out of it. It's completely dry. It is completely dried up. I have just been beating my brows. Okay, now the tip just broke off, which is also exactly what happens with every Marc Jacobs product. Okay, where's my Duraline? This is terrible. Why are you laughing so much? Alright, I'm putting Duraline all over this. Are you sure you didn't buy 6 bad products? You didn't, right? Like, there's 3 that are actually good here. This is a horrible product. 0 out of 10 stars. Oh. But really and truly, God bless Duraline for resurrecting anything ever. That was absolutely one of the worst products I've ever tried in my entire life. I beat my brows so hard that I now have redness around them, and I already did concealer and whatnot, so I can't really fix it. Let's try this Pretty Vulgar On Point eyeliner. This is actually really cute. That is adorable packaging. cruelty free. Why doesn't anyone talk about this brand anymore? Maybe we're about to find out. It's actually a very, very dark line and very easy to apply. The only thing I'll say is that probably the people who are used to the brush type, the tattoo liner, might not like this because it is not a brush, it is a true felt tip. Most people, to get a better line, will pull on their skin. I won't. I don't actually care if it's not as precise of a line because there's no way that I've invested this much money into eye creams and skincare to pull on my eyes. Everybody has their own lines that we draw. Literally. That was bad, sorry. That was a dad joke. I like this. I like it a lot. It's really easy to get down into your lashes. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I just did a lot. I'll real quickly cover what I did. I used my Benefit Highbrow, which is something I use every single time I do my makeup. I cleaned up the edges of the terrible brow with the Cover FX Perfect Pencil. By the way, if you're watching this currently, this is currently 50% off on the Sephora Weekly Wows. It is worth $10, but you don't need it if you are used to applying your concealer with the brush. It's the same thing, it's just a little faster. I also used the Lancome Waterproof Le Stylo in the shade Cafe Noir. It really is raining outside, so we're putting everything to the biggest challenge ever. And then I used the Lancome Cils Booster XL Primer, as well as Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof. I don't generally love this mascara, but I had a mini and I needed something waterproof, and I'm okay with it. I forgot, I'm okay with that. Now let's do this Salvation Velvet Lacquer from Makeup Revolution. This says, goes on as a liquid and dries matte. I do like that kind of product. I do. So I think I can skip a lip liner, which is good because I don't own a purple lip liner. This is drugstore? How much is this? That's really pigmented. That's really pigmented, but it feels thick. I like it though. I didn't know I was ending up doing a cool toned look today, so the eyeshadow is slightly off, but yeah, I like it. Let's see how it dries. I have busted out a black wig to try to hide the brow-zaster. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts, my initial thoughts, because I think I know which are the top rated and which are the bad. So let me get this guy out of the way, because this was terrible. There's just no way. There's no way that this has a 5-star rating. It's awful. It's good in theory. It's a precise tip, but it's completely useless if it's dried out. Another one that I suspect has a low rating is the NYX Love You So Mochi. I actually think I like it on, but I'm pretty sure that people are not going to like the pigmentation on this. It's just not what people are expecting or wanting at present, so I'm gonna say this is gonna be a low rating. But it's funny because I really don't hate it. I hated it while I was applying it, but now that I look at the end look, it's actually pretty. I have to play around with it more to do a full review, but this is a for fun video. I am really torn on what the other bad product is. I don't actually know from there. But I think it's one of these two. I think it's going to be the Makeup Revolution one. The reason I think that is because people in general don't like matte lipsticks. And it had a weird period of time in which it dried down. It like was sticky for a bit and then it's finally dried, and I actually like it. But I don't think that other people are going to like it. And then the Lipstick Queen, it really did stain me. I cannot get it off, so I'm not sure how I'll apply this. I guess I'll use maybe a stippling brush. I don't know, this might be a bad one. But I know for sure what the other two 5-star ones are. I'm gonna give it to this Pretty Vulgar eyeliner. It's cute, it's really adorable, and it makes me miss Pretty Vulgar because they really had a moment and now they're just completely forgotten. But yeah, it is nice. I'm very, very impressed with how dark it was immediately. You didn't have to keep building up. And then I'm going to say the BareMinerals Prime Time because my foundation looks amazing. And I gotta say, looking at the ingredients list, it's really simple, but you can't go wrong with this type of ingredients list. It reminds me of the Lancome La Base, or whatever that's called, the very expensive Lancome primer. It reminds me of a watered down Smashbox primer, but it's perfect. It works. Yeah, I like this a lot. Alright, go ahead and give me the big reveal. How right was I?
So, BareMinerals Prime Time. 5-star.
Yes, I knew that one.
The Pretty Vulgar On Point. 5-star.
Yes!
The Marc Jacobs Brow Wow. Not so brow wow.
What's it rated?
My rating came back with 3 stars.
Who gave this any stars?
AliceintheRabbit. Lipstick Queen. 5-star.
5 stars?
And you can figure out the rest of them.
This was a bad one? It was?
That was a bad one.
That's so funny, because, like, honestly, this is not a bad product. It's not. It's just that there's so many people that dislike this type of product. But compared to all the other high-end matte liquid lipsticks that I've tried, it feels the same.
And I hate to say it, but the NYX Love You So Mochi, not really good reviews.
What was it rated?
Not a lot of reviews, but 3 stars.
3 stars on this one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame. It is actually... Yeah, it's not pigmented enough. I bet that's what the comments are. Alright guys, this was a really fun video to film. Let me know if you did enjoy this video by giving it a like. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully with less bad makeup. Oh, I am so stained. How is this 5 stars though? 5 stars and it stains your fingers?
You're not supposed to use your fingers.
But like, that's how you use cream blushes. I mean, that's what I associate with the cream blush, is they're supposed to be for like traveling and you don't have a lot of time, so you just dip your finger in. I didn't know I was gonna have a pink finger all night long. This is what happens when you blindly try products. Are there directions on this? No, there's no directions. Ugh. Done.